I guess sometimes, Rumbo, maybe that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Like, if we have to face that and say that, but Chicago with, like, who is their quarterback again? And even the receiver, that's like number 11, but who is that? And these guys were just making us look like high school players. I'm having such a hard time swallowing that. I don't know. It's so bad.
Are you listening?
49ers! Ronbo Sports representing the Niner Empire organization worldwide. And I invite you to join the organization as well. Go to theninerempire.com. And our people just got back actually from Chicago, which of course, the best thing going for us, our folks in Chicago, was the deep dish pizza. Game was just terrible. I just want to say a few things about that game. Jesus. Oh, and let me start by saying the 49ers cannot play in cold weather conditions. Snow, rain, and ice, the 49ers cannot play. Now, did you notice I did not offer that as an excuse? It is not an excuse. It's a fact. They're California boys. They looked awful in that game. And let me add this to that. The 49ers have looked awful a lot this year. They took awful to another level this game. That's why I'm telling you, the snow and ice had huge impact. That was the starriest football team I've ever seen in my life. And you know how much I love the 49ers. Now, I judge them badly at times, but this was awful. So I'm telling you right now, don't put them in no cold weather. You know what teams ought to do next year? Do it for the rest of this season. You want to beat the 49ers no matter where you are, even if you're in Miami. Cover the field with artificial snow. Have some cold weather, fans or something blowing over the stadium. You'll beat the 49ers to death each and every time. They can't play in that. They cannot. All right? So, with that being said, I'm saying this. The 49ers are better defined by the 3 weeks prior to going to Chicago. The 49ers in that case took 3 steps forward. Going to Chicago took 4 steps back during the course of that game. Just terrible football. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to believe that we will see a better team coming up this week. One more thing I found very disturbing, though, the defense. Oh, my God, the defense. Do you remember that play? Jordan Howard driving in about 3 to 5 yards out. He drags into the end zone. If you go back and look at that, you'll be horrified. Jordan Howard had a couple of 49ers holding on to him. Jordan drugged those 2 49ers into the end zone and bowled over my boy Buckner like a bowling pin. Now, you know what I don't blame? I do not blame DeForest Buckner. I blame you, Jerry Azzanero, Jim O'Neill. Are you not teaching him anything? What Buck got away with in college was big, brute strength, and his endurance is crazy. Do you know he didn't come off the field all day in that condition? He played every last snap. But he is raw and dude is badass. But he needs some instruction. You got to teach him to lower them damn pads. He's got to get his pad level down. Work with him. And listen, there's no reason for him to be out there for every damn snap. Make Tony Gerard Eddie, who's sitting back in there cutting up the cheese and laughing up, get his ass out on the field and let Buck rest. See, these are things that we should not have to put up with. And this, this directly back. Balky. Balky for the last few days, he's been confessing and talking about how everything is his fault. He really regrets the things he's done over the last 3 years. Trent's so ridiculous. Can you see Trent? I wonder if he's Catholic. Can you see Trent coming into he's going to do a confession, right? He steps into the cubicle. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. Father, yes, continue, please. Oh, Father, for the last 3 years, I have drafted players that had torn ACLs in the hope that they would eventually become real NFL players. And you see, Father, since they were very good players, I thought by the time they healed up, they could contribute to our football team. So with that said, Father, I would like to ask for your forgiveness. And of course, the father, if he's a San Francisco 49er fan, he slaps that door back. Trent Baalke? Oh, hell no. Get up and get out of my church and you go to hell. Maybe the father's a 49er fan, right? Trent, everything that's wrong with the 49ers funnels right back to Baalke. God! And you know what? That's okay. Because the offseason is going to be very interesting. Oh, it's going to be interesting. Because listen, let's talk about the players we're going to get. And it's going to be so fun this offseason because you look at our draft picks, right? I got the number one consensus player. How about that man, Myles Garrett? Ooh, coming off that edge along with Aaron Lynch, that is going to be a force to be dealt with. Oh, I can't wait to see those two get together. And Russell Wilson, they're coming for you first. And if we don't even get him, how about Jabril Peppers? That boy is a machine. Have you checked him out? He is kind of light and needs to gain a little weight, but we could get him a little bit bigger. And if that doesn't work, how about wide receiver Mike Williams? There's all kinds of guys to be had in the draft, free agents. How much money do we have? Somebody said we got close to $100 million. How many free agents can you get for $100 million? We got to re-sign some of the guys on our team, but sign a few of those free agents, got them draft picks, and some of them are going to be able to contribute right away. I'm telling you right now, I'm feeling real good about this offseason.
Ronbo.
Yeah.
Feeling you on that, man?
Yeah.
You know we're favored against the Jets, right?
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Nah, I'm all right.
You don't believe it, do you?
I didn't say that.
For that reason, I'm gonna take this bet. And fam, if Ronbo don't like it, you need to jump on this right quick. I ain't lying. I'm out.
Okay, I have led him wrong. But MC can get over it now. Every week now he's giving me grief about them bets. I hope he doubles down and gets all his money back. So at least, because I owe him a lot of money. He said I owe him half of his money on the season. And he won't take a check. I tried to write him one last week. He looked at me like I was crazy. All right, okay, let me go ahead and tell you my prediction for real, what I'm thinking about this Jets game, okay? Number one, Brandon Marshall is now saying that he was on drugs and doesn't remember. He was on painkillers, right? When last time him and Jimmy Ward met. So he has no recollection, should I say, of Jimmy Ward trying to guard him. I tell you who does have a recollection of it, though. Jimmy Ward remembers Brandon Marshall very well. So I'm expecting Jimmy Ward to have one of his best games of the season. And also, let's face it, the Jets are a very hot mess right now. Did you see what Andrew Luck did to their secondary? He just beat their ass. Now, I'm thinking Colin Kaepernick's going to return to somewhat form this week. He'll be able to pass the ball. There's not going to be no rain and snow in Levi Stadium. And he'll be able to run and take off and do the things that he does to make teams have to suffer. You're waiting for me to say You're waiting for me to say what score, aren't you? You think I won't say it? Shit. 49ers win. The kiss of death. I can't do it. Keep it real, boys. I forget that, man. I can't do it. I go into each and every game faithful. 24-17. 49ers win it. Yeah. Think I'm black. Think I'm win it too. MC would have waited long enough. I was going to tell him to take this bet. Let us go and meet another 49er faithful down in New Jersey. Fam, here we are, another disastrous week where we start out having gotten our asses handed to us again. And you would think by now that we would expect this, but we were supposed to beat the Bears. So I'm out. I got Paul out in Jersey, has been a Niner faithful forever and suffering the same pain with anybody else in the rest of the Niner Empire. Paul, I would ask you, how are you today? But I already know, Paul. I'm going to ask anyway because it's a formality you got to do. How are you, Paul?
Oh, man, Ronbo, I'm depressed. I am depressed. I am literally I'm depressed. I don't even know anymore. There was light at the end of the tunnel. I was pushing for next season, but this game in Chicago, it ripped something out of me. Yeah. It really just took the floor right out from under me, and I'm at a loss here. I don't know where we're heading, what's going. It's bad. This is bad, Ronbo. It's bad.
Even if we could have and even if we weren't going to win the rest of the season, just that one moment of happiness, they took it away from us. Just like that, boom. In the snow, and the setting was how awful. The snow is falling, the rain is freezing, coming down, and there's our team getting beat hell out of them. Mm-hmm. And hey, Paul, there's one good thing though. Your number 2 draft pick, it's still safe.
Yeah, that's the light at the end of the tunnel. That is a good way to look at it.
Paul, here we go. Okay, Fangio. I was worried about this before the game even started. Was it Cap having a bad day, or did Fangio, with his mastermind defense, attack every last one of Cap's weaknesses? What did you see?
What I saw was just, not to make excuses, and like Cap said in his interview, the post-game interview, they need to play better in those kind of conditions. But, Cap's strength is to be able to get out of that pocket quick. And with those icy, snowy fields, that's not so easy. Yeah. You see, he was, he missed a couple of targets, like with McDonald and a couple of others, but it's harder to throw the wet ball, but they were in Miami for a week training in the sunlight. I could see maybe they're hosing the football down, right? They got a hose on the football down, and they're here, Cap, throw this, but it's not cold.
Yeah.
It's not where the snow is just coming in his face, and the receivers. And then, too, like you said, it could have had a part of that Chicago just maybe they're just one of those teams that have his number, It might have been a combination. It could have been a combination of everything. I don't know. But I wish I did know. Then I could say that.
You could call Chip and tell him what he needs to do if that was the case.
Exactly.
Because that was my biggest pet peeve later on, along with everything else. The fact that we were down in Miami, why couldn't you guys, if you needed a place to go to be on the East Coast, how about go up and train in Buffalo? Because it made no sense. And the guys came in, it was like a shock to them, and they were blown away. And even though we cannot offer that as an excuse, and everybody that's involved with the organization says, do not offer that as an excuse. The player says, no, that was not the thing. We lost because we just got beat. We have to accept that.
I guess sometimes, Rumbo, maybe that's just the way the cookie crumbles. If we have to face that and say that, but Chicago with who is their quarterback again? And even the receiver, that's number 11, but who is that? And these guys were just making us look like high school players. I'm having such a hard time swallowing that. I don't know. It's so bad. It's so bad right now.
It's going to be a bad taste in our mouths, Paul, probably till next season. Paul, you know what? Let's think about the Jets are coming to San Francisco or Santa Clara this week. Paul's out there where he's got to deal with
I can't wait.
Jets fans. Paul, what do you anticipate that's going to happen between the Jets after, because we were on a roll. The 49ers took 2 steps forward coming into this game against the Chicago Bears. And we've taken 3 steps back. What are you anticipating coming up for this game?
The Jets, they're not that far from us. Yeah. And, I hear, of course, I get the paper, and it's everybody, it's that they're going to tank their season. They're pretty much not even hiding it. They're looking to tank the rest of their season. So I don't know. They're kind of in the same spot as us, where now it's draft picks, and I feel more like, because I argue with these guys on the job, and I'm like, we're playing more for pride. Like the 49ers, we're going out there and we're playing for pride. But what I saw last week in Chicago totally changed how I feel now about next week. I don't know. Is Kaepernick, to touch on that quickly, it's like, the whole thing that happened with him in the contract and whether or not we're going to get him back again next year. I felt that Kelly's offense and Kaepernick, they're meshing, they're gelling. I know the whole thing about selling the house, probably right next door to mine, if it could be. But him coming to the Jets, he thought he was going to Denver last year. Let's be honest, that didn't happen. Yeah. So he could just sell his house. He could come move out here and live in New York in the offseason. Sure. That might not have nothing to do with where he plays football. Yeah. But if we had any chance of him being in a 49er jersey next year, I think that by Chip benching him might have just closed the door on all hopes for that. Yeah. And not that there maybe were any hopes left after everything, but I was one to say that, listen, I think he's going to be there. We're going to have a healthy team next year, and we're going to be in the hunt. But if Kaepernick is not in a 49er uniform next year, I don't really have much to stand on with that theory. I really don't.
All you can do is hope for there must be a real solid plan B.
Yeah. Would Bulky, how confident are we that that's the case? Oh, man. I don't even know, Ronbo. It's like, I don't even know if I want to win anymore at this point. Like, I don't even know if I want to win this game. That's how bad it is. If we beat Chicago, yes. But do we want to? I want to see. This is what I want to see. I want to see effort. I want to see heart throughout the entire game. But I want to lose by 1 point, if that even makes sense. But I want to lose by 1 point. I do want Garrett. Is he going to be a game changer for us? Probably not. But if we do beat the Jets. And I don't see us beating Seattle. Atlanta's probably going to smack us around. I don't know. We're looking at the third pick maybe. Then we might lose Garrett. And then where are we going? Are we going with Kaiser? I don't know.
Now you give me the yell since you've already got that all off your chest.
All right, I got you. Yeah, right. I can take a deep breath now.
Yeah, take a deep breath.
I'll give you a little De Niro at the end.
I enjoyed that. Thank you, Paulie. Paulie being down in New Jersey, man. He's got to hear a lot from New Jersey fans. But you know what? I just realized something. We have won one game. We're heading for two. The Jets have got 3 games, so no, we're not going to lose any draft pick to them. The Bears screwed up. They're beating us. They got 3 games. We can actually comfortably win this game, and it means nothing with our draft pick selection. I like that. So, okay, go get it. What are the chances of winning every game between now and then? No way. And I'll be joining you for this game. I'll be in your face at your place right around 12:45. And we will enjoy this game. I got a feeling it's going to be a lot of enjoyment in this game. It'll be close, of course, 24-17 as I predicted earlier. But that's okay. It's still going to be fun. The winner will be us. Stands going to be filled with Jets fans, and you know it, but we don't care. Every game we play this year is like on the way here. We'll be joining the party afterward together. All you need is the Ronbo Sports app. You get that app and all the instructions are in there as to what you're gonna need. And also, you need the app anyway. Get that app because Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We don't do it on Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, the Red and Go radio show, which is picking up steam. Oh, everybody shows up there. We talk football for at least an hour, sometimes longer. So get the app, check all that information out, and I will see you Sunday.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never get the secret store.